back here with Carla. Oh, a cat. A cat has appeared.
Yeah.
Because Carla has just had, I got to change the name. We're still on Berkey. We are here with Carla. There we go. From Weird Giraffe Games. A big fan of animals. We're going to be asking a lot of questions about animals, about all sorts of things. The recent Kickstarter you have, which Melissa has backed.
Yes, with the cats.
With the cats.
It's
Just too many cats, right?
it's too many.
Way too many.
Way too many
Way
cats.
too many cats. Yes.
But yeah, and then before that, we had you on for Gift of Tulips, which anxiously awaiting that to come in the mail very soon. But let's go back in the day, right? We're going to learn a lot about Carla today. We're going to talk about today and yesterday. Like when you're carrying around board games, it might remind you of the days of carrying around pizza in small town Illinois. Were board games any part of your life back then, or was it just the occasional game of Star Wars, poker, Monopoly?
I guess Star Wars, poker, whatever that was in my childhood. Yeah, I didn't started on games until after I left Illinois, and just like I graduated college and I needed a way to make friends, so board games.
Board games. Was that in it was all in college though?
Well, it was after, because like making friends is hard, but playing a board game, that's kind of easy.
Yeah, and you've made some friends doing like some cosplay with friends as Final Fantasy characters.
Yes.
As a longtime Final Fantasy fan, which Final Fantasy game would you recommend for a first timer to the franchise?
A first timer?
I can tell you.
like
My first time was 7. I got into it on the PS1, so I didn't have any Nintendos growing up.
And I want to, I want to
I was
say,
at 8, so
Oh,
I
8?
really like
Yeah.
it. But like, if you're getting into it now, maybe 10.
I think that's where I
okay.
started. That's the
10,
one
yeah,
I
10
first
has a
thought.
lot
Yeah.
of the expansions.
first one I
I
thought.
call them expansions. What are they called? Sequels?
Oh, see.
We're board gamers. We call them expansions. And was that the one with the sport with Titus?
Yeah, the football.
Yeah, that's the one. So lots of that. And yeah, those are good games. Have you played any of those?
No,
Melissa?
I've only just watched.
Oh, yeah.
I watch a lot more games than I play.
I should also mention Carla can't see us.
Yes.
I'm Jesse. This is Melissa. So just the two of us here. And we also have some questions from chat. And if people want to ask that, we'll relay them to Carla. But till then, we're going to talk about all sorts of stuff, both board games and not board games. But between Too Many Cats, Roar and Write, and Weird Giraffe, all animal themes, we can tell you have a love of animals, and we just saw your cat. What is it about the Okapi specifically that catches your attention?
Okay, so I really like the Okapi. It's the only relative of the giraffe, and it's like half zebra, half giraffe, and it's just really cool and weird looking. So,
Has the Okapi made it into any games?
yes, it's in Animal Kingdoms. Roar and Write.
Mm-hmm.
I think like only my Galactic Raptor games have had an Okapi, which is weird, I guess. But I do have a expansion for Fire in the Library, and there is an Okapi in that.
In the library? Yeah, so if you follow Carla on any social media, you'll occasionally see an Okapi related tweet or picture.
Oh, yes. Well, maybe we should have another stretch goal for way too many cats, and there could be one in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a weird Okapi in there, just say it's a cat of some sort, and it's just there. Like, let's just keep playing, just handle it.
Friend to all cats.
Friend to all. So you've been on this channel once again. We played Gift of Tulips. I was on Tabletopia or Tabletop Sim, one of those. We played Big Easy Busking here.
Oh.
What effect do you think digital gaming is having on the board game industry?
Well, it's letting us continue with the board game industry during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So that was definitely helpful for me. But I also know that like it's kind of a detriment as well because like we play games in like tabletop games because we like playing in person. And doing a bunch of like online playtesting. Like I playtested online 2 years, and like there was issues with some of my games that I just didn't anticipate. So we're going to have to figure out how to playtest online in a way that's more similar to playtesting in person, just so we can get like the right feedback.
Right. Yeah, it's got to be challenging.
Yeah, I can see where it'd be challenging because you want to have that interaction at the table with a group that's like you can kind of sense the camaraderie of like everything going on, and you can't really get that going over, through a computer.
There's a lot added. I mean, we're playing a tangible board game. We're board gamers. We like to hold the little pieces in our hands.
You want to see the meeples, feel the meeples.
Yeah, it's been different with the clicks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's way easier to not be distracted when the game's not like right in front of you. So one thing that happened because I was playtesting so much is that I started getting into this like preschool teacher voice or something. Like, yeah, hey Carla, it's your turn. What are you gonna do on your turn? And then I'd be like, okay, you did great, Beth. Now it's you. What are you doing? So, like, keep people like on task and to know like when their turn was. But then like I started playing games with people in person and I didn't turn that off because like I forgot like why I was doing that. And like people just thought I was like treating you.
Why is she talking like this?
I need to congratulate everyone for finishing their turn every time.
It's like, here's the turn.
Well, that's part of being a board game publisher is going through the play test and stuff like that. For a lot of people, it seems like a dream job. You get to go to conventions and you're playing games 24/7. But what part of board game publishing is the dark side that most folks don't know about?
Well, I'd say like the worst part. There's two parts that I like do not like at all. The first is the fact that like laws, like there's so many countries and each country has all of their own laws, and like in the United States each state has all their own laws, so like I have to know things about Pennsylvania law and Alabama law, and like anywhere else and like sell games I have to know the laws there. So like the last couple of years have been really hard because like Brexit happened.
Right.
And like
laws
if
change.
I wouldn't care, or maybe I would, I don't know, but like I cared a lot about Brexit happening and like all the EU fulfillment laws and all of that. Like it's just such a headache to know what laws are in so many countries and then have them change. Like they change like every 6 months or something. And just like having all that knowledge in my head and making sure like I know what I actually know. So yeah, that's one. But also just customer service. So board gamers are passionate, okay? Which is good. That is a good thing. But sometimes they're also like really passionate about things.
Yep.
Really, really passionate. So I've recently gotten a customer service rep where they just they deal with all the customers and pass along like all the good stuff and like all the bad things. They like take out all the passion and stuff from there, so it's not like as harsh to like on my soul.
Right. You're seeing it from a distance. It's a very generic version of what they had to say.
And so a question just came in from BJ, Board Game Gumbo, asked, what theme would you love to publish that you haven't yet?
Okay. I have a game that I want to publish that like I haven't yet. And it's Puffins Love Muffins.
The rhyme alone.
I love it.
Yeah, it rhymes. It's Puffins making muffins in Maine, and they're trading their muffins after they make them for souvenirs because they're in Maine and they want plush blueberries and mousse and all that stuff. So I really like it. This is like one of my favorite games that I've ever worked on. But when people hear puffins love muffins, they assume like Sushi Go level gameplay or something like that, something super light. And this game is super heavy.
Oh no.
So I am just trying to, I don't know, get people ready for the super cute puffin game that also has like polyominoes and engine building and spatial puzzles and all the things.
Yeah, well, hopefully that cute theme will be enough to kind of pull them over into that heavier gameplay. You know, it's
Let the word of mouth do the explaining about how heavy it is. You can just jump right into it.
Yeah, and BJ also said that people have been checking out Studies in Sorcery all day here at the con. Such a great game.
We'll be playing that on stream as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited to get that actually in retail. It should be, Kickstarter backers have it, but it should be hitting retail in the next month. So it's exciting.
All right, so how did you found Studies in Sorcery? That's what he asked.
Yeah, BJ asks, tell us how you found Studies in Sorcery.
How I found the game? It was, the designer is Chris Glenn, and he is part of the Seattle group. And I travel a lot, as you said. And I would, pre-pandemic, I would spend like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months in Seattle each year, because the Seattle board game scene is really cool. And so I just got to know all the designers up there.
Oh, do you make your way to a lot of these design groups?
Yes. So right now I'm actually in Sacramento.
Okay.
They're designers. Earlier this week I was in Reno. I've just started back on the whole traveling thing because I was isolated for 2 years and now I'm venturing out again. But yeah, like I love traveling and just hanging out with people and getting to know them and playtesting games.
Are there any conventions you're planning on going to this year?
Too many? Well, yeah, too many. But so I want the next ones that are coming up are Proto ATL. So that is
On the other side of the country.
Then there's Unpub in Baltimore, Origins in June, Gen Con in August. But we'll see. It's hard to plan. Hopefully all the pandemic is kind of over maybe, and you know, we'll just go back to it. Just conventions will work and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Sounds
Many
awesome.
cats, too many conventions.
Too many cats, too many conventions. That'll be.
I am not ready for conventions.
So I saw you had your cat there. Does your cat come along on all the trips? Or is this a guest cat?
So, this is actually my friend Michelle's cat Doppler.
Okay.
Okay.
So not only do I have like I travel, but like there's always cats where I go, so they are always interrupting every live stream I'm on, regardless of where I'm at.
And now over the years, I know we've talked many times here on the stream, and I think we met at a convention before. You always have a different hair color. What inspires your different hair colors?
So I do it myself, and I just get a lot of dye and like, hair dye works just like regular paint. So I'm like, what do I feel like today? And then that determines what I am for like the next month or two. And then if I get bored of it, I just go change and try something else.
It's whatever
The
floats your boat.
spontaneity, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. Like right now, I mixed blue and turquoise together just to see what would happen, and I mean, the blue kind of overtook everything else. But
Yeah, I see the blue there.
Yeah.
Where can people find out more about Weird Giraffe Games?
we have a website at weirdgiraffegames.com. I have a blog that's weirdgiraffegames.com/Carla, where you can learn about like game design and publishing and things. And I'm on Twitter, Weird Giraffes.
And I like to go from board game to not board game and jump around. But years before you were diving into Super Hack Override and spending countless nights at Everett Lab, you were coding PHP and websites about anime, among other things. How important is it to introduce young people to coding?
It's fairly important just because it gives them like a basis of logic. And I mean, there's so many like jobs that can just be like so much easier if you know logic. So the earlier the better, especially with all these different things that are available to kids. Like kids can just like program things with like little blocks and see things move. So there's like so many things that I didn't get to try.
Things
Make
we,
it so much
Looking
easier.
back, you're like, oh wow, they're learning that.
ooh,
I
things we
learn that
definitely
till
didn't have when we were
college.
in school.
Yeah, like preschoolers can learn to
Right.
code when I was doing it when I was a teenager. So very different times.
Yes.
Is there anything you learned in
Very
coding
nice.
that you carried over to board game publishing?
Yeah, definitely. So I do a lot of solo modes, and I used to program robots. That was like my degree was in robotics. So going over to making analog robots for like solo modes, like it's super easy. I just make about what I would think the robot would be, like in coding terms, and then I just translate it to readable human terms, and that's how it works.
Oh,
Oh, excellent.
nice.
So years and years of research go into these solo modes. We're draft games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a master's degree, so I can make
In
a
solo
solo.
gaming. That's what you can tell people. I got it for the
I also-
solo gaming
So, okay.
part of it all. But what is your next Kickstarters you got planned coming up for Weird Draft?
The next one is going to be Explosion in the Laboratory, which is the prequel game to Fire in the Library, and it's also an 18 card. So it's like super portable, super tiny, and for those of you that know Jay Bell, he's doing
Yeah.
like all the artwork and stuff, looking really good. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, we were just talking
Oh,
to Jay
yeah.
Bell earlier. He mentioned another game that used to be an 18 card game that's coming over to Weird Giraffe with the Friendship. What was the title of it?
With nature.
Beautiful.
But yeah, Beautiful Humans
yeah.
with HUE. Yeah, that's right. And that one I believe is planned for next year or late next year or something like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's-
let's put further on.
Further on.
yeah. Yeah, so there's work in progress.
Plan too far out now.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's part of board game publishing is you got to plan that far ahead now.
Yeah, but the way he was talking, I'm looking forward to it. So.
Yeah, you'll be
Yes.
playing it here at the con. But yeah, did you have any questions for Carla before we go, Melissa?
Oh, no, I'm
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground here. Thanks
Yeah,
for joining us all the way from the other side of the country.
Yeah, it's just nice to finally kind of be here to talk because I know I've heard you with them many times before,
Yeah.
but I haven't been able to be around. So it's nice to be able to finally
Yeah.
say hello.
Did I miss anything, Carla? Or how do we do? Do we cover everything?
Yeah, if anyone in chat has any other questions
Yeah.
to ask,
Over to chat. Yeah. You look good in chat.
I think I made sure to ask BJ's questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us. And we hope we play some of your games again, either virtually or on the table
Oh,
someday.
yes.
at
Thank
one
you
of
so
these
much for
conventions.
being with us.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, and hopefully next time I'll actually be able to go because it's not that far from my house.
It isn't.
Oh,
It isn't. It's like, yeah, it's not far at all.
Oh,
I know you're based in Alabama, correct?
Or Sacramento, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
now
That's a little far.
Now would be a little far.
but we're glad you're still able to be here with us nonetheless.
All right, we're going to go to break. Once again, thanks, Carla from Weird
Yeah,
Giraffe
thank you
Games.
so much.
Bye.